All those spirits are strong. When we forget their sacrifice, instead we are here chasing the sacrifice of Jesus, a man that woke up after he died. Not only did he wake, he knew he would wake up. I keep saying that. The fact that he knew he would wake up when they kill him. I don't know whether people, they drop their brain for house when they tell them this kind of story. You die for me. If I can't ask them, is Jesus dead? They'll say no. First of all, red flag. How you die for me and you are not dead? First red flag of some kind of scam. Say, nigga, Jesus Christ died for you. Is Jesus dead? No. Red flag first. How come he woke up? As the Son of God, he knew he would wake up. Pause. Pause everything. Pause. You mean this man knew that when they kill him, he will wake up? Yes. They can get the fuck out of here. The sacrifice of death is the finality of it. That's why it's ultimate. It is so final that when you give somebody your life, it is so final that there's no coming back. That you have put that person above your self-interest completely. That is true sacrifice. It is the most noble act anybody can perform for anyone or any group or anything. That you give your life. That's why for ancient Africa, before they kill animal, even to chop, Africans go first thank that animal. Etutu ma lo there etutu kekere with him blood. This animal they give him life so I fit chop. All those things now we take it for granted, you know. 300 chicken a day, yalaya. I'm going to jet chicken, man. You know, we don't take any life sacred again. But life is a sacred thing. And because of these kind of stories, now you don't make life sacred again. So there are men that have given their life for you. We forget them, we don't care about them. We won't make Africa better. That's part of the rapping. To honor your true ancestors that fought for you to be here. I keep telling you. And that's why I want to talk about this civilization and its hidden meaning. Because when they tell me, I say, for you to be here is not part of the plan. They didn't expect us to still be here. And our ancestors, when they fight and they open our eye to know what bring us here, we will stop it. Instead, we are letting it accelerate. We know that this acceleration is we that we are going to pay the price. That we that will keep. It is their plan that has always been. I tell them about this book, The Dead Do Not Die. People don't understand what Westerners mean when they say civilization. Charles Darwin, when he came up with the theory of evolution, right? Europeans were Christians. They shunned it. They didn't want it. They accepted it based on its civilizing effect, not because of the truth of it. Now, make nobody no conversation who say, you know, believe Charles Darwin theory. I don't believe in premise of survival of the fittest. That's how evolution happens. But I believe very well in the theory of evolution. Not be all those crazy people say, hey, they say human being are monkey. That's not what the thing says. Human beings were never monkeys. We share a common ancestor millions of years ago. And people need to understand the meaning. Millions of years. Millions. That we have been created over millions of years. Make you understand the power of that kind of time. You cannot comprehend million years, bro. All this our civilization, everything from Jesus' time to now. From Jesus till now has only been 2025 years. From Jesus till now has only been 2025 years. We are talking tens of millions of years. It is inconceivable. None of the reasons why me I know they believe in heaven or hell be that. So what people want to go throw me for hell for eternity because of life of 80 years. 80 years, baby. Mama lo ṣe 10 million years, ni head. 20 million years, ni head. 50 million years, still going. Eternity. Eternity, 1 billion years, I never even start. Kimo say, even if I be Hitler, where my heart goes out to everybody. Ah! Evolution is not the premise of white supremacy. See? Evolution is not the foundation, Slicky. My G, it is not. It's just like any truth in this world. Any fact, rather. Any fact can be used to pursue any agenda. And if you want to know the power of evolution, dogs, for example, this dog that we all have in our house, saying that God created dog, dogs did not exist. It's the wolf that exists. Dog is man-made. Man has evolved the dog from the wolf. And look at how many kind of dogs we have been able to create in less than 200 years as man. Look at what we as men have been able to engineer out of the wolf. That today, gone, if a dog sees a wolf, he will fight the wolf to protect man. Not knowing that is his ancestor. Your little chihuahua has wolf DNA. If man can accomplish that in just 200 or something years, what do you think nature is, man? What do you think nature can do in 10,000 years? It is not the foundation. White supremacy is white people. It is in their culture. They will just like a bullet. Like gunpowder. Is it white people that invented gunpowder? No, it was the Chinese. It was indigenous cultures. Gunpowder was all over the world for hundreds of years. People, indigenous cultures used to use it as fireworks. Throw it in the sky, hey, for enjoyment, for celebration. It takes a certain kind of culture to see that thing. Instead of shooting it in the air to blow and to say, no, if I put it inside this thing, fire it at somebody else. So that's where white supremacy came from. It is not from evolution. Just like you can have a gun and you need to kill a thief or you need to thief somebody. It is how you choose to use the truth that matters. They used it for white supremacy. That's where I'm going to with my story. What's it by internet me? That's why I don't start this live on time. Am I still live? You know, so now what is that they use and forbid that?
Yes, yes, sir.
That's their style. It has always been their style. They manipulate anything. In fact, when there's nothing to manipulate, they will create something to enforce white supremacy. I'll give you an example of something created out of thin air to enforce white supremacy. The law of eugenics. The law of eugenics. Yes, and many Nigerian professors still believe in Nigerian professors. But when they quote eugenics, a science that has been discredited, that puts everything in hierarchy, or you go put themselves for top. Can't say science, can't bring out some school, everything. They teach them for university, eugenics. A lie and a fraud. So, it's what they choose to use it for, was white supremacy. Not like the foundation. So when we tell you that Western civilization is tied to white supremacy, so this theory of evolution that existed, they discredit the man until they then find a way that they can use it to justify the extinction of indigenous people all over the world. Yes, to justify the genocide of the South Americans, of the Tasmanians, of the Central Americans, of the North Americans, of the North Africans. How many black people still remain for North Africa? How many of our brothers are still remaining? The original owners of that land. When I tell people North Africa is African land, people say na Arab land. You know, the people think saying na Arab really did that place from beginning. Not knowing that it is the systemic eradication of the blacks that live there that is happening. We are seeing it. Let me give you guys example of what I'm saying. Robert Knox, one of the leaders of anthropological thought in Europe, said, can the dark races become civilized? I should say not, says Knox. Their future history then must resemble the past, the Saxon race,